We have sent crews all over the area trying to assess some of the damage that's being caused right now by these storms.
And we're hearing of damage that's coming in from the Woodburn area, and that's where Holly Campbell is right now. She joins us live with what she's seeing out there. Holly?
Hey guys, we are west of Woodburn, and look behind me. This is some of the damage of when the tornado came through. And I don't know if you can see back here through the woods, but we've just been told that a house and a barn and a commercial chicken farm was completely leveled.
Now, this is a very dangerous situation for all our viewers within our area at this point.
And don't take things lightly when Nicholas says you need to take shelter. You could see from that report from Holly, there is damage being done. There are buildings being destroyed. There are trees falling on top of cars. So please take shelter when Nicholas tells you that that storm is right overhead. We just got a report. Rod Hissong is now near Sherwood, where there is a tornado on the ground. Is that right, Rod? A funnel, you see that?
Watching a funnel cloud. It had been trying to get together for a couple of miles. I'm at State Road 18 and Ashpacker Road, so we're probably 5-6 miles east of Sherwood. I have a tornado on the ground just going by a house. I'm going to move east down 18. I'll track this for you. Nicholas or Rob, I'm not sure what you're seeing on radar here, but we're just, the tornado would be just north of State Road 18 and now east of Ashpacker. There was a lot of updraft with it. There were real small cyclones spinning off the ground, but nothing that was connecting. And now it's on the ground. Right now it's going through a wooded area. I'm not sure what's out ahead of it. We're going to be coming up to 66 here very shortly. We are northwest of Defiance. So this right here appears like it's going to miss the bulk of the city of Defiance. Tornado at least 200 yards wide. And it just clipped the corner of a mobile home park. I've had to stop because there's so much damage in the road and to trees down. There are several mobile homes that are damaged. I haven't seen any that have been leveled, but there's a couple that's got some aluminum siding pulled off. Some of the roofs tore back. A couple of utility poles that are bent at about a 45-degree angle. I've got trees snapped in half. I've got trees in the ditch. A couple of sheriff's deputies jumped out and ran over to this house to see if anyone was home or around.
Holly Campbell is now in the Woodburn area. We checked in with her a few moments ago and saw a little bit of the damage, but she's been able to get some video now of the damage that a tornado there has caused. Holly?
We're about 10 miles northwest of Woodburn, and check out this scene here behind me. First, I want to direct your attention to where the house used to be. You can see people up standing on the foundation. The house was completely blown off that foundation. We are told that no one was hurt back in this area, and if you go a little bit to the right of that, that is where the barn and the house both, there's some debris right there. You can see at least 200 people back there helping them clean up this debris already. And if you go further right from that, if you see little white things back there, those are chickens. We're told this was a commercial chicken farm with 20,000 chickens, and you can see them moving around back there. But I also want to take you through the path of this storm. It came from this direction over here. We're going to cross the road and look what it did to this barn here behind us. That barn is completely destroyed. We just talked to some people who said it sounded like a freight train coming through this area, traveling southeast, hit this barn first, hit the barn behind us, and people are just telling us it sounded like a freight train, that it was very scary. We just saw a video of the tornado, or what looked like a tornado, after it went through this area. The sky was completely black. People said that they saw that around the Love truck stop on 24, and we're going to stay out here and talk to people and continue to get some video and check out the damage in this area. For now, we're going to send back to you, Brett and Heather.
We have people all over our viewing area impacted by these storms. We have Hannah Strong, meteorologist Hannah Strong, and a photographer on their way right now to Columbia City to take a look at what's going on there. As we said, we have Rod in Defiance, Ohio. Kaitor Pessoa and his photographer, Cody Murphy, are in the Huntington area as we speak, gathering information, seeing what sort of damage has been done there, and of course, Holly Campbell in Woodburn. So we have you covered tonight. Rob Leidig and Nicholas Ferreri in the studio taking a look at the radar as the storms are happening. We know that there has already been a lot of damage done because of these storms.
There certainly has, all across the viewing area in northeast Indiana as well as northwest Ohio. We're going to send it straight over to Alyssa Iverson. She's in our newsroom and has been keeping track of all the different video and pictures and damage reports that have been coming in. So, Alyssa, what do you know?
Well, Brett and Heather, they just have been flowing into our newsrooms really for the last couple hours. And first it started with just the pictures and videos of the storms. We showed you those earlier. We're going to show you some of that amazing video again. But now we're getting a lot of damage pictures. These sent to us from Rod Hissong in Defiance, Ohio, around 66 and Flowy Road, he says. He reported a massive tornado, a lot of trees down and debris in that area. You heard him describing that tornado earlier on in our coverage. Sarah Schaefer going to Defiance as well, and we'll be reporting her damage reports when we get them. Now in Bern, a viewer sent us these photos. Samantha Sprunger, look at that tornado, that rotation. This is the damage that it left behind again in Bern. That roof off the barn. This barn just flattened out in the farm fields. Hannah Strong sent us in some damage from the 101 Notestein Road area. You can see trees down. Again, a lot of damage to buildings around in that area. She's now in Columbia City. We just got off the phone with her in the newsroom here just literally right before I started talking with you. And she is seeing some damage in that area around Columbia City. Holly Campbell showed us the damage up in the Woodburn area earlier. You saw her live reports. There's the trees down. That barn down in the field. Again, this farm, that house, that barn just completely moved off of that foundation. A lot of damage in the Woodburn area. The tornado that caused that damage, we've got video of it. Let's take a look at that video. Ashley Haydock sent us this video of the tornado from the Woodburn area, the Woodland High School area. There's a massive tornado going through. Hartford City, another tornado video. We showed you these earlier, but just take a look at these pictures. You can see that rotation of those tornadoes moving right through the fields. And we do have other crews out too. Kelly Roberts heading to Van Wert, Ohio, Kai Torpesoa in the Huntington area. So we are still getting a lot more of these pictures and videos. We're posting them on Twitter, on our Facebook page. You can see them there. You can also send them to us if you are safe to do so once the storm has passed. And we're using the hashtag Indiana Tornadoes, so be sure to use that, and they'll all populate together. Brett and Heather, back to you.
A tornado outbreak from Indiana to Ohio. Homes and buildings destroyed, and tonight the cleanup effort is underway. Good evening, everybody. There was significant damage near Woodburn in eastern Allen County, where a reported tornado ripped through homes as well as barns.
News Channel 15's Holly Campbell was out there right after the storm rolled through and is back out there live tonight with a look at the damage. Holly?
Brett and Heather, we're about 10 miles northwest of Woodburn. Right now, this is as close as we can get to the damage in the area where a reported tornado ripped through at least 2 barns and a home. All of the properties damaged in this area where we are belong to Amish families. One house completely gone off its foundation. Next to it, the barn leveled. A commercial chicken farm with 20,000 chickens was completely destroyed. Just a few minutes ago, we saw a couple semis coming in to help take them away. We've also heard reports horses were injured. And looking at the damage, it's hard to believe that no one was hurt. Several people got video on their cell phones of the twister as it passed through. Paul Gourdet lives about 6 miles away from here. He says he saw the funnel cloud and after the storm passed, came out to see the damage.
Bad, real bad. A lot of chickens. It's, and I don't know how many's dead, but there's just a lot of chickens that's loose, and the house is completely gone, and the storage barn is completely off its foundation and gone.
After about an hour of being out here, sheriff's deputies came through and told everyone to clear the area because another storm was coming through this area. That second line of storms didn't cause any damage in this area. And one of the most unbelievable things right after this storm came through that we saw were the hundreds of people going to these homes that were damaged, helping the families, picking up debris, catching the horses that had gotten loose, pitching in, just doing whatever they could to help these families through this difficult time. Reporting live near Woodburn, Holly Campbell, News Channel 15.
Apparently that same tornado caused damage in other parts of the county.
This was along Notestein Road near State Road 101 in northwestern Allen County. A family lost their barn and they had damage to the roof of their home. Pieces of that roof were thrown across a nearby cornfield and several trees were torn down. We have more pictures from that area too. This is damage from Bull Rapids Road. There's a roof torn off of a house there as well. Trees were toppled. There was debris everywhere. The National Weather Service will determine if this was actually a tornado and if it was, how strong it was.
Those storms also slammed northwest Ohio.
News Channel 15's Rod Hissong was tracking multiple tornadoes through Defiance and Paulding counties tonight. He continues our live team coverage just north of Defiance. Rod, what can you tell us?
Hi there, Heather and Brett. Good evening, everyone. Yeah, I started in Paulding County on 24. The first tornado I spotted was just off Township Road 83 and 424 west of Cecil. The second one was on State Road 18 in Ashpacker, which is a few miles east of Sherwood. And then the third one was where I'm at now, which is State Road 66 and Flory Road. Take a look at this incredible video I captured earlier this evening. This tornado likely several hundred yards wide, and it just narrowly clipped a mobile home park here at 66 and Flory. Just kind of caught the corner, damage to a lot of aluminum, ripped off a couple of roofs, but no major injuries here. We're told 3 people were taken to the hospital with minor injuries. One person was hit with some debris when they were outside. There was a roof that was torn off, a barn, a lot of trees snapped here, but just the enormity of this tornado, it could have done much more damage here in Defiance County. Now, this tornado, just one of what law enforcement is telling me were likely 5 tornadoes throughout Defiance County today. But the good news is no major injuries. There are reports of damage, but nothing hugely significant. There are some buildings destroyed, but again, no loss of life, which is the most important thing on a day like today. And for our friends in Defiance County, they will note this. It is Fair Week, and we all know you can't get through the Defiance County Fair without at least one day of severe weather, and let's hope today was the only day. We're just north of Defiance tonight. Rod Hissong, News Channel 15.
Also in Ohio, there was some damage as well. Nothing too extensive in Van Wert County. The emergency management director there and the sheriff said most of that damage was in the northwestern section of the county. People we talked to said they watched that rotation go all the way into Putnam County, but they never did see it actually touch down.
Huntington County was under those warnings when they all came down. No reports of a tornado touching down there, but a lot of rain fell in the county. And take a look at what appears to be a funnel cloud near Andrews in Wells County. So far, there haven't been any reports of damage associated with it. Those storms, they just didn't seem to come to an end.
Our viewers were sending us pictures and video all evening long. News Channel 15's Kai Torpacella is here now to show us some of those powerful images.
Even right now as we speak, viewers are still sending all their pictures and videos into the newsroom. Let's start with some footage from Monroe, Indiana. Viewers sent us some pretty up close and personal videos. In this first one, you can see the dark clouds funneling down. Sirens are going off in the background. Viewers caught this particular tornado from different angles. You can see how low the funnel is getting. The viewers shooting this are in disbelief of what they're seeing. Out in Bern, Indiana, a viewer caught a pic of an enormous tornado. Look how far back they're shooting this from, and the funnel is still stretching across the whole screen. Another viewer sent in a picture of a farmhouse with roof damage. You can see the wood frame exposed to the air. It looks like a few structures in this area were ruined. You can see them in this photo just flattened. Another viewer, Daniel Road of Paulding, sent us some massive destruction. This home right here is pretty much completely destroyed. You can see debris all over the front yard, the driveway, and even in the tree. Here's a pic of a mobile home flipped upside down and smashed. You can see the wheels of it elevated in the air. In this last pic from Paulding, you can see a woman standing in the middle of her home, the roof gone, the walls around her collapsed, debris just everywhere. Daniel Road, who sent those pics in, actually interviewed the family and sent us the video. Here it is.
And all of a sudden, he said, "That's a tornado." And I yelled, "In the bathroom now." And we all met right behind this wall. Here's the bathroom. We met in there, and no sooner than we got down on the ground, then drywall and insulation was falling on us. Sounded like a freight train coming through, just like.
EMA Director for Paulding County, Edward Bone, says that Paulding has 7 homes in the county that are heavily damaged. 5 barns are heavily damaged as well. Make sure to keep up with WANE.com to see more viewer pics and video as they come in. In the newsroom, Kai Torpacella, News Channel 15.